Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here, bringing you another quick Arms Warrior leveling talents and legendaries tips video. Just because you guys seem to enjoy the Fury one, I figured I'd go ahead and make one for Arms since I saw a few comments suggesting or asking for one. So, just as a preface, kind of like I did for the last video, is that leveling, it's really not that hard, and you are more than welcome to use whatever talents, legendaries, specialization you want. As long as you're having fun, you know, that's pretty much what leveling's about. And it won't really take you all that long, and it shouldn't be too challenging. But, that being said, some people do like to hear what I like to do for leveling, and this may provide some guidance for those of you guys who really just have no idea about what could possibly be good for an Arms Warrior if you're leveling one up. So, allow me to walk you through a few of these talent choices and tell you why I think these ones might be fun for you. So, getting the disclaimer that you can really play anything that you want and you'll be just fine out of the way. Let's go ahead and start off strong by taking a look at these talents. So War Machine is like a really fun leveling talent, I think, just due to the fact that your auto attacks during extra rage, which is always nice, and whenever you kill something, you get extra rage and movement speed after killing it. So that's really fun for running around at max speed, farming mobs, taking stuff out. But if you want to get more practice with your rotation for PvP, Sudden Death might be fun. For PvE, Skull Splitter might be fun. So feel free to try out these talents if you want to. I just think that War Machine has, you know, some pretty fun utility in the fact that you're going to be sprinting around while leveling, which is really fun anyway. Double Time, in terms of these talents, once again, having more charges is fantastic, but you may never ever be able to use Impending Victory outside of leveling. So if you want to try Impending Victory, you may as well give it a shot. Plus the extra healing is nice for pulling big packs of mobs. You know, you can start off, or really mostly for fighting at one big mob, right? Because this will still reset up whenever you get a kill, so that's nice. It just behaves like Victory Rush normally. But if you're fighting a big mob and you charge in there and you're about halfway through the fight, you can make sure you're getting some Victory Rush healing as well, just to kind of keep yourself healthy. That pairs well with Defensive Stance, I think, but we'll talk about that later. Stormbolt is always, you know, a strong stun. You know, it's probably going to be the talent you use the most when you're at max level, just because of PvP and whatnot. But so if you want to get in the habit of using it now, go for it. But I think that Impending Victory can be kind of a fun leveling talent, just to kind of use a talent that you're not going to use very often otherwise, right? When you come down here, you go to Massacre. I love high health execute. You know, you hit a mob with a couple big attacks, and then once they're about 35% health, you go start executing. That's just a fun feeling. I think Fervor of Battle is amazing for leveling, right? Because you're going to be just spamming Whirlwind to deal a bunch of damage to mobs around you, and you're also dealing more damage to the one that you're targeting, as well as slamming it at the end too. So that's just another really good talent. Even Massacre, I feel like, is just kind of more fun. Rend, I'm not really recommending Rend just yet. I feel like the damage that it's dealing is getting there. I feel like it's dealing enough damage to maybe be worth using almost, but even then, I feel like there's probably other talents that are better off for leveling. But if you want to get used to Rend, go for it, right? Because I think hopefully eventually they'll buff the damage on Rend a little bit, and that'll become a really strong talent. But we'll see how it goes. For this talent tier right here, like Bounding Stride is fun for being able to get around faster. Second Wind is awesome for being able to heal up to full between leveling packs, or if you're on the Horde side. I know that there's like a lot of like areas where if you have to like kind of just jump down, you don't need gliders. You can survive the fall and then heal to full using Second Wind, which is kind of nice. So if you want to heal up easily between packs, Second Wind is an easy option. Defensive Stance gives you an option or opportunity to like kind of hop in D stance if you need to, you know, tank a bigger mob, right? That goes well with Impending Victory, just making really tanky. Also, if you're doing War Mode, you probably should just be in Defensive Stance anyway, right? Just have this available if you're getting ganked. Just to have that, you know, in your toolkit. But D-Stance is another talent that you're going to be using a ton at max level anyway, so getting used to it now is fine, but if you want to have some fun with some of these other talents, that's understandable as well. Down at this talent tier, Warbreaker is just my favorite. Just big old AoE Colossus Smash. That pairs really nicely with Bladestorm, as you can imagine. Collateral Damage is not one that I'm going to be using a lot. I mean, it's not very much rage cost refund anyway. It seems fairly weak to me. Cleave is a talent that I think that you could actually use a lot in PvE to get the deep wounds up. But once again, I think Warbreaker is just an easy go-to answer, especially when you pair it with something like Deadly Calm. Just going to have a ton of rage to spend. If you don't want a Bladestorm, you can just, you know, spam as much rage as you want while Deadly Calm is up. I think Deadly Calm is just a fun talent on its own too. Avatar is really fun for PvP as well. If you want to hit mobs really hard, or save a 1.5 minute cooldown for fighting like a rare or more powerful monster at the end of a quest line or something like that, Avatar is always nice. And in for the kill, it really can't hurt. Especially paired up with something like Warbreaker and Anger Management, it's really nice to have just a little bit extra haste, especially if something is low health. But I still think that just for leveling, Deadly Calm is probably my favorite. You know, you can start every other pull with full rage, basically, with Deadly Calm. But then you come down here to these talents. All these are probably fine for leveling. Ravager is going to be nice to just clear out big packs of mobs. Anger Management's kind of cool to have these cooldowns come up a lot more often. But then again, Dreadnought, having 2 charges of overpower means that I feel like it makes the warrior rotation just feel the best out of everything. Dreadnought's like my favorite for PvP. And it's also just nice to have 2 overpowers that deal more damage and make your Mortal Strike hit more damage. So Dreadnought plus Massacre is a really nice combo, because you're usually going to kill something in 2 overpowers and a Mortal Strike, but then if it's not dead, then it's going to be low health, and if it's not that low health, then at least you can execute at 35% health with Massacre. So that's a talent setup that I like a lot, but obviously you guys can pick any of these talents and just be fine with leveling. So just pick a spec that you have fun with and go from there. For War Mode, I love Death Sentence, Sharpened Blade, Storm of Destruction. It just feels so good to just do the maximum damage, and having Blades from on a shorter cooldown, having Sharpened Blade buff your Mortal Strike even more after having Dreadnought stack it up is awesome. And of course, Death Sentence, just charge execute's always super nice. But those are my talents that I've set up for now that I recommend for arms. In terms of healing, or in terms of legendaries, I definitely like the healing legendary. Obviously, these are going to start losing their effectiveness at 116, but until then, enjoy it. So having a healing with as much rage as arms spends, this is really nice to heal yourself up. I think the boots are fun just for the stats, and for the movement speed is great. The Whirlwind Belt can work too, especially if you're playing Fervor of Battle. Wouldn't really recommend the ones that take up Azerite slots, right? The helm is really cool, but you don't want to drop an Azerite slot for that. Same thing with shoulders. With Heroic Leaping Around, it's just not really worth losing that. But having gloves for the Mortal Strike gloves is cool. Having the rings for the Execute Ring is cool. You have a lot of different options. Obviously, there's legendary trinkets that work well, but basically, you know, the same story is there. There are a couple legendaries that have unique usefulness, but you got to pick the ones that you like, and this is pretty much the setup that I would roll with if I was going to be leveling as arms. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's like a short one. I know it's like a, you know, the main message is you can play what you want, but sometimes you guys like to see what I recommend, and hopefully that's been helpful to you guys. Either way, thanks for watching, have fun out there, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace!